What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 89 of Gotta Watch 'Em All, the podcast bringing together trainers from every corner of Pokemon fandom before watching along with an episode of Pokemon the series starting all the way back at episode 1. But today we're going to be watching episode 89, The Joy of Pokemon. And Adam, it is very
what a
joyous.
perfect episode.
Is that not the best title ever?
That is the title.
Yes. My name is Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Gotta Watch 'Em All is part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Today is Saturday, April 11th, 2020. Throwing everything off because I'm just so joyous right now over Pokemon. It really
joyful.
is a great title.
And then there's like so much to be excited for right now in Pokemon.
There is. There's a lot.
I'm sure you're going to let me know.
Well,
What's
on today's show, Zarude, your favorite new mythical, Zarude, they released its signature move. So we have a little bit of information. They put out some key art. Looks pretty cool. So we'll talk about that briefly. Rebel Clash, the set that's coming out on May 1st. We have a look at some new VMAX cards, which are featuring our starter Pokemon, fully evolved versions of our starter Pokemon. New plushes have hit the Pokemon Center. I'm very excited about this because they are awesome. So we'll talk about some plushies.
They're always awesome.
Dude, they are really good. They're really good. And we have a global leaderboard for Pokemon GO. So we'll talk about all that good stuff before our audio watch-along with Pokemon the Series, Episode 89, The Joy of Pokemon. Let's start with Zarude. Zarude, our new mythical Pokemon.
Zarude.
So coming from swordshield.pokemon.com, they've released information on the new signature move for Zarude. And it says, once Zarude reaches level 90, it can learn Jungle Healing. And Jungle Healing is a grass-type status move that wraps its vines around trees and absorbs their energy, then releases that energy combined with its own. Healing power radiates around the area and heals both the user and its ally Pokemon, restoring their HP and curing them of any status conditions. Now,
wow, that sounds powerful.
It's really cool, but what I like about this is when you look at Zarude physically, right? It looks like this daunting, vicious beast, big claws, mean looking, and then it has a healing move as its signature move, which I really like. I think that's really cool. And, we talked about a couple weeks ago when they showed that movie poster for the Japanese movie featuring Zarude. They show Zarude like sitting on the mountaintop, like looking all cute, and it doesn't necessarily line up with its physical appearance. And I kind of like that juxtaposition. So when I read the description of this move, I was like, I can dig this. This is actually pretty neat. They do disclaim on the bottom of the page that within Sword and Shield, only Zarude can learn Jungle Healing. However, it will be possible for other Pokemon to learn this move in the future. So this is kind of just like their blanket, typical, hey, it's exclusive to Zarude right now, but, in future games, Jungle Healing will be available to more Pokemon. Did you get a chance to see this little art that they put out, the little key art showing, I guess, Jungle Healing in action? It looks pretty cool.
It looks really nice. It looks like there's 4 straws stuck in a leaf tornado smoothie. That's the best way to put it.
That's an interesting way, but now it can't be unseen.
You cannot unsee it.
That's awesome. No, so, and I don't know if they've actually talked about where Zarude will be released. Like, I don't know if this will be... Did they announce that? Like, will this be part of the Isle of Armor? Will it be part of the Crown Tundra? I don't know how they're going to be doing this. Where along the timeline this is going to get released in this DLC or whatever you want to call it, expansion schedule. But we'll have to look into that.
I'm sure we'll get it as like one of these events that they're doing with like the Dynamax Pokemon or something.
Well, maybe they'll do
Possibly.
it like a distribution. Who knows? I mean, they could.
Oh yeah,
They could be like
once we can get back out there.
Or like the
world.
next major home update or something. They'll release it through home.
Oh yeah.
Now that Pokemon Pass is done with, but it all depends on being able to get out to places. So maybe if they do it through home, you don't necessarily have to go to a retailer to get it. They can just deliver it to your home, whether it's on the Switch or on mobile, and then you could just ultimately transfer it in. So
Yeah, as long as you have a home account, you can get one type deal.
Right. And that's also another good way of, getting people to sign up for home. Get that trial going and then ultimately, sign up for good. So interesting. Very interesting. But
I like it.
Adam, if you didn't notice, I did a little Sword and Shield TCG unboxing booster, insta boostering today on Instagram and TikTok. I couldn't let you have all the fun. Now I've been complaining that I haven't been out to stores over the past 2 weeks. I've been opening boosters through TCGO here on the show. So
and I'm sure our listeners are like, come on, Ken.
I know.
Go get a pack, order one online.
So look, I like supporting small shops, but there was none in my area that I could just grab. I just ordered it from Amazon. I know I'm terrible. I ordered an Elite Trainer box. It came in. I was itching to open boosters. So I opened a bunch and put some up on Instagram and TikTok. Check that out. I do have a Sword and Shield booster for the end of the episode today. But Adam.
As do I.
Nice. Why don't you take us through this article that came out on Pokemon.com. Rebel Clash is coming May 1st. We've got some new details on some new cards.
All right, so this is coming straight from Pokemon.com. Players got their first taste of Mighty Pokemon V and Pokemon VMAX in the recent Pokemon TCG set Sword and Shield expansion. The latest expansion, Sword and Shield Rebel Clash, brings even more of these incredible cards to the table, including Pokemon VMAX featuring the final evolutions of the first three partner Pokemon of the Galar region. And so here we got Cinderace, Inteleon, and Rillaboom. And they also give us the one that I can never pronounce his name right, but Dragapult, or I just forget about him.
No, remember you like a couple episodes ago, you were like, what's that one that fires the babies from his ears or something like that?
And here we go.
Shoots the little dragons.
Here is that Pokemon.
I like this one. I love the design.
Yeah, the designs on the cards are to be expected. They all have the ominous black-red clouds above them. And you've got stunning art. And so Rillaboom VMAX, he's got 330 hit points. For 1 colorless energy, he does 50. And for 3 grass and a colorless, he does max beating, which does 130. He also says you may discard up to 3 grass energies from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 50 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. So 15 plus 13 is 28. So that does 280 damage, which knocks out Arceus, Dialga, Palkia tag team.
Yes.
And I'm like 99% sure that's why that math works out like that. So that's pretty much him. I can see it being used with Alolan Executor to try to get the evolution up fast with the actual Rillaboom from Sword and Shield, because you can attach 2 grass from your deck to any Pokemon. Turn 1, you attach. Next turn, you evolve into you have the Rillaboom attach for your turn. You can literally hit for 280 on turn 2, or your turn 2.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then we've got Cinderace VMAX, counter for a fire and a colorless. It does 30 damage plus. If this was damaged by an attack during your opponent's next turn, this attack does that much more damage. So if you hit me for 50, I'm going to do 50 plus 30. So it's not necessarily like a rage attack or an outrage where it does plus 10 for each damage counter. It just does however much you did to me last turn, which isn't bad. Got Max Pyro Ball for 170 for 2 fires and a colorless. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. So realistically, it does 190, and then they flip to see if they get healed from the burn. It's not bad.
It's just so crazy, the power creep, right? Like, if this was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and we're talking about the most powerful cards in the set, the damage that these cards were putting out was nowhere near this. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's just wild that these cards are doing this much damage. It's so crazy.
Yeah, and I mean this is like not going away because you've got Welder still in format, still going to be able to be used, and you can get this thing powered up again turn 2. You attach for your turn, you Welder, you've already got 3 energies. Good to go.
Yep.
So enough said for the fire guy. And then we've got Inteleon. So for 1 water, so he's got 320 hit points, weakness to lightning. He does 60 damage for 1 water, You may put an energy card attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. So energy disruption is huge. So being able to hit and like stall your opponent, that's a big deal. And then you combine that with like crushing hammers to try to get rid of energies. I'm sure there's other ways to get rid of energies, but that one definitely for sure to kind of like make them not be able to attack. And then it's got 2 waters and a colorless for max bullet. It does 160 damage, and then it also does 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is awesome because there's no restrictions. Like right now, the deck I play is Dark Box, so I have Darkrai with Black Lance. It does 150, and then 60 damage to a benched GX or EX Pokemon. And that's where this comes in, which is much better because it just hits the bench in an ordinary fashion. There's no restrictions. You just do extra damage to anybody that's on the bench.
Right.
I like it. I like it a lot, and it's very usable. It's just the lightning weakness scares me way too much because Bolttown V, it does for 1 lightning. It's also going to be in the set. It's not listed here, but for 1 lightning energy, you search your deck for 2 lightning energies and attach them to, I believe, one of your bench Pokemon. And then its second attack does 10 damage plus 30 for each lightning you have in play. And with Tapu Koko Prism, with Rayquaza GX, there's just so many ways to get extra energies. Yeah, and there's just and it's so quick. It's so fast. I'm sitting here trying to like test games with myself, trying to like battle myself with that like proxied out, and I haven't been able to win a game. So if that puts into perspective there, and then it's also lightning, so it's tough. There's just so much support for each type right now that no matter what you do, it's like if somebody's playing that your weakness, it's going to be a hard game. So you just have to tech for it. And then you've got Dragapult VMAX. He's got a whopping 320 hit points as well. For 1 psychic, he has Shred, which does 60 damage. And just like every Shred attack in the entire format since I can remember, basically it doesn't get affected by any effects on the defending Pokemon at all. So if it says, oh, VMAX Pokemon, it can't be hit by VMAX Pokemon, your Shred would just go right through it.
Yep.
Here's where it gets interesting. Max Phantom does 130 for 2 psychics, and then you put 5 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way you like. Huge.
Yeah.
This card is so scary. And then there's other cards in the set that I was just looking at today that just the amount of cards that say like, oh, put damage counters here, put damage counters there. Malamar is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Like this card is very scary. So all I'll say is just watch out for Dragapult.
And its ear babies.
There's a reason. Yeah, and it's ear babies because there's a reason why they put this card on here too, because they already know.
Well, I mean that's going to be.
They already know. But yeah, it comes out May 1st, like Ken said. Get hyped. Pre-order a box. Yeah, just get some cards.
Now, and the art looks phenomenal, man.
Time.
The art is on these cards is just so awesome. You know, all the VMAX cards have awesome art. I pulled a Lapras VMAX on TCGO the other day, which was great. But all the VMAX art is just absolutely
physically
phenomenal.
Holding them is like so stunning. They look so gorgeous.
Well, maybe we'll get something when we open
I hope
later.
I hope I've got a pack just sitting here. It's like been eating at me. I let my son open one, and then I opened one for Insta Booster, and they were both green codes. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So stay tuned.
Yeah, absolutely. All right,
Ken, what did we get in the store?
Well, look,
what did we get at Pokemon Center?
So
don't say more plushies.
I'm going to say more plushes, and that's all, though. That's all we're going to talk about right now, because there is new plushes in the store, and...
Well, hold on one second. Did you watch Leonhardt's latest episode?
No.
He purchased, I think, like 6 or 7 of the new detective mystery boxes from Walmart, and they potentially have a PSA grade 8 first edition Charizard, and they're worth like thousands of dollars. And you open all of them, and they all come with a Detective Pikachu plush, a Detective Pikachu pack, and then like 2 random boosters. But he's like, yeah, they're the most disappointing.
I thought you were gonna say he pulled the Charizard.
Right? No, not at all. He had so many too. Like, it made me believe that like he was actually, even though he was like, it's the most depressing like box, like they scammed you. But it actually looked like I was like, oh, I just want to see what he gets, and it's like every single box had a Pikachu in it. I was like, ugh. But yeah, just because we were talking about plushies and packs, it felt right to throw it in there.
No, well,
go check it out.
There's 6 new plushes, and typically that wouldn't be necessarily enough to talk about as a segment, as a feature for the show, but the level of how awesome all of these plushes are warrant talking about them in their own little segment here for Pokemon Center, because they're all amazing. All right, so we have...
First off, there's a Kiss concert going on.
There is a Kiss concert. We have the entire Galarian Zigzagoon line. And these are the Poke Plush. So the Poke Plush ones are very, very true to the actual dimensions and scale of the Pokemon. So we have the whole Galarian Zigzagoon line, Zigzagoon, Linoon, and Obstagoon, right? They range anywhere between 12 and 3/4 inches to 15 and 3/4 inches. So they're decently sized, but they look absolutely phenomenal. All black and white, and then you have like the red mouth, red tongue. Looks awesome. My favorite of the 6, Galarian Weezing. An actual Galarian Weezing plush. It looks absolutely hilarious. Super tall, smokestack top hats, mustache, the whole 9 yards. It's phenomenal. And then we have the 2 forms of Morpeko. So you get full belly and hangry mode Morpeko Poke plushes, 10 inches. They're hilarious looking. The hangry mode one looks amazing. But I don't know what it is about plushes in general. I just love, but these plushes specifically, I think like the Linoon one, it looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. Which one do you like out of here?
Well, I was just gawking at the Morpeko ones, but I'm going to have to agree with the Galarian Weezing.
It's great,
because
right?
The Zigzagoon line, yes, they look amazing, and I really, really like Zigzagoon, but there's just something that doesn't sit well with me, and I don't know if it's its eyes or its ears, like just the way that they're put there. I feel like his ears either like should be back or eyes should be less crazily dominant like that. I don't know. I know that I'm sure it's like the proportion and the way it's supposed to be. I'm just nitpicking.
But the Galarian Weezing, it's not one you would expect to see in plush form, and I think that's why it's cool. And like even like the photo of it that they show from like its backside, and you can see all like the little bumps and stuff on the back of the Weezing heads, just looks
it
hilarious.
Looks like a mallet or a malice or something like that.
So cool. So cool. And it's just like this weird, almost monochromatic, like it's very subtle green mustache. You know what I mean? It just looks awesome, and the face is so expressive on it, both of the faces. It just looks so cool. But definitely check these out. I know they were doing, and I don't think I see it anymore on Pokemon Center, but there was a small... Oh, no, they're still doing it. Free shipping. Okay, so free shipping on all orders right now in Pokemon Center. Normally, you have to drop $50 to get the free shipping. Now, all orders, no minimum. You don't have to spend the $50. All orders, all amounts, free shipping. That's always good.
If only I had disposable income at this time.
Yeah. You, me,
I would
both.
take advantage.
All right, Adam, why don't you tell us about this update that came to Pokemon Go? This is pretty exciting.
So this is coming straight from PokemonGoLive.com. There's been a new global leaderboard that's been added to track the top 500 current Go Battle League trainers. And the rankings are based on the previous day's in-game ratings for trainers ranked 7 and up, which I'm ranked 7. But I'm just ranked 7. I haven't gotten any better.
I almost wish they expand this beyond 500. There's a lot of us playing this. You know what I mean? But Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
It would be nice to know like where I sit. To give me that visual, like knowing that I'm in like way past
I'd be like,
500.
yes, I'm 450,000th in the world.
Yeah, but it gives you and then that gives people motivation because then you're
Sure.
seeing yourself every day at the end of the day, like seeing that, oh man, I went up 2 ranks.
Well,
Oh,
Xbox
man, I
Live
jumped
was
10.
good for that. Like you could, see the global rank, look at the top people, and then see where you were. Even if you were, 30,000 back, you at least saw your name in the list, which was cool.
And so something interesting that not all of the top 500 are at rank 10. And the total battles range from 400 to almost 800 battles.
Right.
Which is insane.
Well,
and
getting to rank 10 is a very elite thing. And getting to 9 is as well. But a lot of people, and this happened to me last season, you get to rank 9 and then you kind of stall out because, 1, the competition gets crazy. And 2, it's just that much more difficult to win consistently to get you up to rank 10. So it's cool that seeing people that are in rank 10, that are not at rank 10, that are in rank 9, that are still hanging in the top 500, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And at the time of this recording, the number 1 Go Battle League trainer in the world is Lawler Socks, with a matchmaking rating of 3,172 with 780 battles completed.
Yeah, it's baller status.
So, congratulations, baller status.
Yeah. No, what I like is this is gonna be daily. They're gonna update the list daily. So this is constantly gonna be rotating, constantly changing, and it's gonna remain fresh. And I look through pretty much all, because I think they break it down to 50 per page or something like that. But I scrolled through every single page. I saw a bunch of names that I recognize. Lyndon Ryu, who's a fan of the show, I saw was in the top 50, which was phenomenal. It's just been really cool. It's been really cool being able to say I know that person. I know this person, seeing those names up there. And I hope this increases the level of competition and gives it a little bit more of a rivalry-based competitive spirit because, I'm very hopeful for the future of Pokemon Go and competition, so it should be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah, and I know we don't normally do tinfoil hats on this show, but I have a feeling if they're giving us the ranking, the leaderboard system, I think there's something in it for the top trainers. Eventually, I'm sure we'll see something soon.
Well, you think this could ultimately tie into Play Pokemon somehow, some way, someday?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be so awesome.
Well, there'll probably be a competition for the top 500 or something like that. Because there's got to be a reason why they only are doing the 500. So, alert up if you want to go into tinfoil hat mode with us on this week's episode. So, yeah. What do you think about taking a break?
I'm down. I'm ready. What we'll do is we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll queue up our Amazon Prime Video and watch our episode. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, everyone, we'll be back right after this. And we are back from our break. Thank you so much for that. We have our Amazon Prime Video queued up. But before we get to that, little housekeeping to run through. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And if Patreon isn't your thing, there's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. If you're listening on a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. All right, Adam, Pokemon the series, Joy of Pokemon. This info is going to be coming from Bulbapedia.net. This is Adventures in the Orange Islands, episode 37. The original air date in Japan, April 15th, 1999, as episode 92. In the U.S., it aired March 4th, 2000, and is currently episode 89 in the current U.S. available lineup. I'm ready to watch this.
I'm joyful that we're watching this.
You ready to do it?
Ready.
All right, let's start this up in 3, 2, 1, go. So
All right, so we gotta fill this time with talk. So
no,
we gotta make sure we're doing that.
No, it's the, with the way the Amazon lineup is kind of built out, they have four, I think is it 3 or 4? Four volumes of 12 episodes each for Adventures in the Orange Islands. So this is the start of the third volume. Yeah, because this is 36 or 37. So
Yeah.
12 episodes each volume. And I think that there's 36. Let me see. Yeah, I think there's 24, including this episode. There's 24 more episodes in this arc. So still a little bit to go, but we're getting there.
Definitely.
Let me guess. They're going to start by showing Lapras riding
Lapras? Right?
Yes,
Here's
there's
the blue
Lapras.
sky. They're scrolling down. Oh, Lapras. Oh, and he's rubbing the GS ball. He's polishing it.
See, they had to tie
I wonder
it back.
why he's polishing it.
Well, because it's important, and it's been sitting in his bag for a month.
Looks like a motorboat.
And the best part is that
That
there's an
animation.
that I didn't notice at first, and it was way behind
I don't
them.
know what it was, but it wasn't a motorboat.
What?
Tracy, did you see what it was?
Like before they noticed that she was coming by.
Oh, you saw it in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Nurse Joy. Nah, dude, that was Nurse Joy, clearly. But it was awesome. It was such an anime way of animating her, like zipping by. It was cool.
Well, whoever it was sure in a hurry to
Yeah,
get
us as viewers, we know it's
All right,
Nurse Joy,
Lapras, let's follow that
but
booty,
them as
gotcha.
travelers, he was too focused on his GS ball.
Not Tracy, though. Tracy knows what to focus on.
I mean, he's got his binoculars. He's always on the lookout.
Just as I suspected.
Oh, and his magnifying glass.
One set belongs to a Chansey. The other set belongs to a woman.
Do you miss
She's wearing a
Brock?
sneaker, and I'd say she's about a size 7 or so.
I do, and I get what they're trying to do here. He's very analytical,
We
and
better
he's
stick
like,
together. Lapras needs to
size
take the
7.
rest anyway.
That's her shoe size.
Return.
It's like a
Tracy,
subtle
wake
hint
up.
that it towards missing Brock.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if the same team
Tracy,
is
I followed the footprints out to
was
here, but
working on it, or
then they
whoever
just
was working
stopped.
on Brock
I guess
switched over to
it's follow
Tracy,
some of
or
these footprints in sand
is
and
breathing
stone.
down their shoulder.
Unless they step
Well,
in
Make
the
Tracy
pocket.
notice that she's a size 7.
I'm still not sure.
Well, I mean, the thirst of Brock definitely transferred over to
Now that
Tracy.
you mention it, she
But
did seem a lot more
the
muscular than
way
most of the Nurse Joys
he
I've come
cares for
across.
people
Bigger.
as much as Pokemon is definitely different personality trait than Brock. But I don't know, man. It's just weird. I miss Brock. All right. So anyway, as all this
Yeah.
was going on, they were kind of showing a camera angle from under the water, so you knew something was coming. And here we go. We have this giant Magikarp that's pretty much the size of Team Rocket's Magikarp sub fly up and flop onto the land.
But it's real.
I've never seen a magic
And it
card.
actually reminds me of Magikarp Jump.
Well, no matter
Yeah,
how
right?
Remember that game?
It's like
All I know is
Gigantamax
Flash, so we're
Magikarp.
safe.
This thing is totally unbelievable. Even a really big Magikarp shouldn't be longer than a meter or so.
I like how he has these supersonic measuring binoculars. Tells you how long the Pokemon is.
Right.
That's so funny. I thought he was just looking at him through the regular binoculars at first.
No, they're all Tron looking, like this future.
If it keeps flopping around,
What are we gonna do?
Get that Magikarp in the water, dude.
it's
It's not safe to get too close when it's in this condition. It's upset.
Look how
because it's
tan I
running low
am.
On calcium.
I knew I was
Swimsuit
right.
Nurse Joy.
It was you who passed us after all.
She's awesome.
Oh,
Right, Tracy?
Yeah, she's definitely tan.
look a little buffer than the usual Nurse Joy's.
She's buff, yo.
Buffer. You could have just said she looked
Well,
more
now,
tan.
How are you feeling today?
Look how she's handling that magic
So
card.
this magic, I guess Magikarp doesn't have to breathe in water.
I think we've got what you need right here. Chansey, calcium tablets.
Take these pills.
That should make things
Take the whole
better.
bottle.
I know,
You
take
need
the whole thing.
bottle.
All right.
And he's instantly happy.
And check her out, yo. She's
Nurse Joy?
I'm telling you, she is buff.
Lifts the whole thing.
Get back in the water. That's the dumbest Magikarp ever. It's great.
Mwah.
Oh.
It's so awesome.
Nurse Joy must run a Pokemon Center here on this island.
The
Maybe,
thirst.
but
Yo,
I
yo,
bet she
Tracy
doesn't.
is focused.
You and Chansey whizzed by us in a kayak.
I like her
Do
her
you
fanny
paddle from
pack.
island to island and treat Pokemon.
We sure do. Lots of the Orange Islands are way too tiny to have their own Pokemon centers, so my Chansey and I visit the
Oh
small
my
I wonder.
goodness. Okay,
I
so
wonder
now we
how
know
many
that-
Orange Islands there
Can't
are.
help as many of the sick and injured Pokemon as we can find.
I knew
Is there a
that.
map? Is anyone ever
I want
That's
put a
good.
a
map
quick sketch.
together?
I'll call this one Nurse Joy, the Pokemon's Florence Nightingale.
I don't know. That's something we gotta look
Sweet.
into.
Thank you.
Nurse Joy, my name's Tracy, and I'm a Pokemon watcher.
My name's Misty.
This
I'm
is
trying
funny.
to learn everything I can about water Pokemon.
And I'm Ash. I'm training to become a Pokemon Master.
Yeah, Ash.
Not again.
What do you mean not again, Misty? They haven't.
Sounds to me like
No
Ash
one's
should
eaten in
help
like a
you out.
month.
I have a clinic on this island, so why don't you come along and be
It's
my
so
guests
true,
for
though.
lunch?
You mean for free?
Like,
He means
you know, do these
For free?
kids have money on them? How else are they gonna eat?
Tracy's like the only responsible one. And it's like, does he have a wallet?
Hey guys.
Yo, even the
after we
Pokemon
finish
eat
lunch,
well.
why don't we
Month's
help
worth of
Nurse Joy
food.
Check up on the Pokemon.
Good idea, Tracy.
Yeah, I'd love to see how she takes care of the Pokemon.
Yeah, good idea. It's not like we had a place to be or a GS ball to deliver.
Everything seems to
Dude,
be
they don't
okay.
care about the timeline.
Chansey,
They're just
some
they're just
vitamins,
chilling.
please.
They're like backpacking through the mountains, through the
What a
islands.
nice Lapras.
There's nothing wrong with Lapras, is there, Nurse Joy?
It's still a little tired out from all the traveling.
It's
you've been doing.
tired,
If
Ash.
you
All
get
you
a
do
lesson
is
in
make it
Pokeball today,
take
it
you
should
around
be
from
just
island to
fine.
island. It's not a motorboat.
Nurse Joy, I'd like to thank you for helping us out.
Yeah,
by
she's like, I
helping
just
you
gave
out
it
with
vitamins to
Pokemon."
keep it from dying because you use it like it's a car.
That's so nice. Why
You
don't
gotta
we get
refuel the
started
car.
then?
Great.
And it's like
Okay,
all the other
everyone,
Pokemon were
just
eating. What did
follow
Lapras
me.
eat?
Yeah, but they
A
left
nice
Lapras
even
out in the
pace.
water. This
A
is really
nice,
funny.
Even pace.
Our pace is even.
They're
but
actually
it's
good
only about 10
kayakers, they're
as
just not
as
fast.
hers is.
Speed it up, or we'll never catch her.
Tracy's focused though, you know.
Behind me. We're a mile behind.
I can't even see her.
I like how you can see the scale of Kingler here, like how big it is. It looks cool.
Yeah,
Now,
and how tiny that
All right,
Vileplume
so-
looked.
this is weird because they like bust into this montage, and it's kind of out of nowhere. And the first time I watched through this, I was like, "What is going on here? Like, I don't understand." Like, did they all finally catch up to her,
Well, it's-
or no? It's like they didn't even
they
catch up with her.
clearly-
This was all in Tracy's head.
Well, there's Joy's kayak.
Wonder where she could be.
Oh,
And
she's been
Chansey's
taken.
gone, too.
How can they just disappear?
Hey, wait. What if something awful? What if a Gyarados overtook
You see,
her
now he
right
goes
now
in. Now
below
see,
us right now?
he imagined that whole wonderful montage, and now he is imagining Gyarados coming and trashing everybody.
No, I think they found, you know what I mean? They found her and they were able to help out in their own way. That's what they were showing.
And then this is the way back or something? Like, no, they were on their way. Look, they could have kept up with her.
Hey,
Look,
they
look
learned how to
fast
paddle
they're going.
fast. And like, what was Jigglypuff doing at the bottom of the ocean?
It almost sank.
So random. There's no explanation.
Joy!
And Chansey's a water
You and
Pokemon now?
Chansey got attacked by a Gyarados.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing makes
Should've told
sense.
you we were going down to treat a sick cloister.
Cool.
But the current must have carried us away from our kayak.
How did you
If
know there
would,
was a
Chansey,
sick cloister?
Please get the kayak.
Like how?
When the Pokemon
Someone
are
called
on
her
Earth,
from the bottom of
Ah,
the ocean.
nothing.
there.
Would you like to come down and see?
Nothing in this episode is making sense. Giant
Their-
Magikarps.
You mean their bathing suits that they just happen to have?
I don't even want to get into it. And where's Misty? Why didn't she come along?
She didn't bring her bathing suit.
But she's a water trainer. She's always in her bathing suit.
I guess you're right. The thermometer underwater is so good.
Wow, this is impressive.
I love this dugong peeking in and out.
Nurse Joy is sure dedicated to helping Pokemon.
I'm so thirsty. Ash is like, oh yeah, oxygen.
Oh yeah, we need to breathe. Oh, Dugong's got Ash.
Dude, Dugong's about to be a murderer.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
Hey! Guess who it is? It's your favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Yeah,
Geodude.
dude. Yeah, dude.
Geodude.
Poor
That was a
Ash.
close call down
Almost
there,
got
Ash.
killed by a
It was
dugong.
my fault. I should have prepared you for it. That dugong was only playing with you. It loves
Yeah,
swimming
where
with
was
humans,
Misty
and
with
I
all her water
apologize
pokes?
For not warning you. I hope you can forgive me.
Sure. One person taking care
Yeah,
of
she
so
should
many
have at least
Pokemon
been
is
like,
hard enough.
hey, take
You
Staryu,
even have to
so if you guys go,
pass
like,
Island.
it'll help you
That's
get
right.
down,
Your
and then
job
get
sure
back
isn't
up fast.
easy.
Wouldn't it be easier to just work in a Pokemon Center like the
Or
other
Ash a
Nurse Joys?
Squirtle. I mean,
Any of
I'm
them.
no, I'm no
I guess it
doctor.
might.
I'm no Nurse Joy.
Magic card, magic card, magic card, magic card.
This is a
When I
cool
was
little
girl, I
little
found a
origin
Magikarp that
throwback.
was hurt. So I brought it home and took care of it.
It was so tiny. It was such a tiny Magikarp.
She looks so cute too.
Card? Magic card, magic
Chucks it in the water.
Bye. She's so cute.
You. I love you.
It's like the boat filled with Nurse Joys.
Oh!
Hey, it's Nurse Joy and Nurse Joy.
They all just
and Nurse
stand there.
Joy.
The Magikarp that saved me was the same one I'd helped.
But notice how they all just stood there? Like nobody
That's when I
jumped in to
decided
save the
dedicate
baby
my
Nurse
life to
Joy? Like, come
Pokemon,
on.
especially
Maybe they
Pokemon
had
that
faith
don't
in
have
Magikarp.
trainers to love and care for them.
Was the magic carp we saw today the same one that you found?
That's right, and we've been good friends ever since that day.
See what happens when you give it
That's a
pills? It
great
becomes this
story, Nurse
giant
Joy.
behemoth.
You know what? That proves people in Pokemon
It's
can
on
be friends for their
steroids.
whole lives.
You're so right.
Such a nice
Nurse
message,
Aluminum
Tracy.
Executor. Spoilers.
I've got to make one more stop before I finish my rounds today.
Sorry, Nurse Joy. I guess I must have thrown you off your schedule.
Oh, it happens all the time.
I
When
want
you're
that
dealing
fanny
with
pack.
Pokemon, you have to expect the unexpected.
But at
Oh,
this
I'm
time
sure
of
you
year,
could
know
I
what
want
these
it.
kind of
Get somebody on
winds
Etsy
can
to
be.
make one.
You've been in the
I
Orange
need that.
Islands
I
long
need
enough
that.
to know when it blows
For
like
my
this,
battery
hurricanes
charger
on
when I'm
its way.
playing Go.
A hurricane?
It's just too risky to go out there again.
Well,
I
fanny
have
packs are in
pictures
right
that can
now.
get Tracy.
Are they?
There's a group of baby seal out there.
I'm
who
pretty
aren't
sure.
doing too
I've seen
well,
kids in
and
the
they're
mall
counting on
wearing,
me to
so.
help them. I'll be back in just
You're
a
not
little
cool unless you rock a
Nurse
fanny
Joy,
pack.
Please, please, just wait until the storm passes.
Tell her, Tracy, it's too
There
dangerous.
she goes.
Maybe she'll be okay.
Tracy's super concerned.
Maybe she'll be okay.
Don't you get any ideas about chasing after Nurse Joy?
It's too dangerous.
Look at that sky.
It's like, why not take Lapras?
And look at that sea.
He's like, I have a Meryl.
If I let Nurse Joy go out there alone, I'd never forgive myself.
There he goes.
Come on, we're going too.
I knew
That's
you'd
right,
do
you're
that.
going to, Ash. That's right.
Misty's like, I can handle it. I have water Pokemon that can handle
But
it.
it was just like bright blue skies, and now all of a sudden it's like the apocalypse.
How did they catch up? That's what I don't understand.
couldn't catch
it
up
took them so long to
before.
decide to go. They all legit flew out of their kayaks. Like, what?
Are you all okay?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, it's like they should be really using water Pokemon here, like for real.
There's a little island nearby. Have them all follow me and I'll paddle there.
Okay. I choose you, Squirtle.
Ash is like, it's like Indiana Jones. Like no matter what happens, he doesn't lose the hat. There we go. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking.
Thanks, Squirtle.
Psyduck, come on.
Psyduck.
That's
so good.
You can't even swim.
He's like, I thought you said you wanted me to come out.
Well, I guess we caused more trouble than the storm.
Yeah, and instead of us saving Nurse Joy, she was
Yeah,
the one
but
who helped
the
save
the
us.
the Chansey in the water, the whole
That's
thing,
all
like
right. You were only
Chansey
trying to
doesn't
help
seem
me.
like
Why
a
don't we all take a little rest and then we can
too
visit those
athletic a
baby seals.
Pokemon.
I would assume it's like very buoyant because it's round and probably filled with air.
We should launch a direct assault and grab it.
Probably has
so
a good lung capacity.
we finally have our first look at Team Rocket in the episode. Finally,
Well, whatever plan we use this time, I know we're gonna
In a Magikarp
You seem
little
awfully
ship.
confident today.
No way we can lose. Not with the secret weapon I came up with this time, Jimmy.
yeah, Meowth. You know, Meowth is the mastermind.
What is that?
Let's get out of here.
It's like Magikarp missile. It's awesome,
Oh no! Are you all okay?
Yeah,
It's a
we're
net.
totally
dude.
trapped.
Team Rocket and their
There's no
nets,
way
dude.
out.
Don't mess with their
There's
nets.
no way out of
They're
that net.
experts.
Magikarp?
That's not a real Magikarp. It's Team Rocket submarine.
Who's Team Rocket?
Prepare for trouble. Ahoy!
And make it double, Nurse Joy.
To protect the world from devastation.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the perfect segue into the motto.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend
So,
our reach to the
I
stars
wonder
and
how
Jesse.
much notoriety Team Rocket
Team
actually
Rocket
has,
flies right at the
because
speed of light.
throughout this,
surrender now,
you know,
over
the
to
series,
fight, fight,
some
fight.
places like everybody knows Team Rocket, some places like this, no one knows Team Rocket. It's like, who? Team Rocket who?
Yes. Why can't you leave us alone?
They probably know Butch and Cassidy though.
We
Yeah,
throw
right.
it to you, we'll stick like glue.
Poesy.
What am I gonna do? The sick
It's like you would think she would talk to her
baby's
cousin
waiting for me.
in Kanto.
I have to get out
Right?
of
Or
here
any other
somehow.
Nurse Joys that are on the other islands.
Who knows what'll happen? Oh, those poor seals.
Gosh, that net.
Dude, she really cares about Pokemon.
Please let something happen to save them.
Dude, this is heavy.
Huh? What was that impact?
Did we hit
I love how they animate this. So cool.
Weren't moving.
Magikarp?
Yeah, buddy.
Magic
Ooh, Magikarp's here to save the day.
How did it know to come
He's
here?
probably gonna use Splash.
Let's get rid of it.
We'll whip this water type weakling.
But nothing happened. He was just like
Oh,
headbutt.
no. He must have learned Tackle.
Hey, what am I worried about? No way our Metal Magikarp can lose this match.
It's no good.
That Magikarp's not
We'll
strong
get back
enough to
in the
beat
sub
Team
first
Rocket.
off.
He like headbutts himself out.
It's no use. Magikarp.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Ooh.
Aw, yeah.
Nurse Joy's tears. Her tears. They allowed Magikarp to evolve.
Now, is this Gyarados any larger than normal, or
Evolved right in front of us.
I
Is-
don't think so.
so he went from giant Magikarp to normal Gyarados?
Our timing was way off.
Well, I mean, it does look a little bit thicker.
Evolved. Now we're blasting off again.
Bye-bye.
There they go.
Great job, Gyarados.
I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah,
bigger.
I guess it does.
It's got to be
Yeah, it
bigger.
does look bigger.
I think maybe we were a lot safer with Team Rocket.
The animation, it like is coming at them to attack, and then oh, just kidding. Give me pets.
Yeah.
I need pets.
It didn't attack
It's like,
us.
see how easy that was to
Evolved
remove
into
that net?
Gyarados, but it still got Magikarp's personality.
Thank you so much, my old friend.
Okay. It's
She's
like, it can never. There's no like Gyarados can never close its mouth, so it always has like the rah face on.
You'll be fine now.
Take these magic pills.
Look at all the seals. They're so happy.
Nurse Joy's so happy.
And then what island are they on
Looks
now?
like those calcium tablets and that tussle with Team Rocket were just what you needed.
Nurse Joy and Magikarp, I mean Gyarados, really
Sketch
do
it
get
up,
along
Tracy.
together,
Sketch
don't
it up.
They're just picture perfect.
Well, if we all just treated our Pokemon and each other with the kind of care and love and respect we deserve, the world
Quote
would
this.
be picture perfect.
I almost forgot.
Yeah,
You
Tracy,
mentioned that you
dropping
wanted to be a
knowledge
Pokemon
bombs.
Master, didn't you, Ash?
Yeah, that was pretty.
I know that was good, right?
pretty heavy.
Make a stop over at Naval
That was
Island.
as heavy
There's
as
an
that
Orange League
Magikarp.
gym there where you might be able to win a badge.
The Orange League, yes, back on track. Let's do it. Let's go.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's go. All right, are we watching another episode? Let's do this.
And so, as our heroes
So
head
what
toward
has that
Naval
been?
Island,
Five
another
episodes
exciting
where they
adventure has
haven't
come to
like
a close. But one
done
thing's
anything with the
certain,
Orange
a
League? It's
new
got to be
one
5
is
episodes now,
bound
I
to
think.
begin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see if they actually make it next episode, or they do another Sidewinder. But I don't know. I mean, it was a fun episode. I liked it. I liked the giant Magikarp. I don't know why they didn't really talk about how weird that was. Besides, like it taking calcium tablets, like to give it super strength and super size. But fun episode, I guess. You know, just another one of these weird Sidewinders, though.
Well, there's always next week.
Well, hopefully we'll get some like
it was
real
nice to
battles.
see a different, type of Nurse Joy.
Yeah, but like no new Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like we've seen Magikarp, we've seen Gyarados, all the regular pokes. You know, like we've seen plenty of Chansey. Like no new Pokemon. So you have to do
And then
something.
there was
next
a
time.
lot that just couldn't be explained, so that was kind of annoying too. So
All right, Crickle Crackle. I've got a booster and I'm going first. It's
I'll
Sword
let
and
you go
Shield.
first.
It's a white card. I am feeling good. I'm feeling good about this.
Well, your
Alright.
packs earlier today weren't that.
No,
bad.
they were all garbage. All right. Water Energy, Haunter, Thwackey, Palpad, Krogunk, Galarian Meowth, Squirbunny, Sinistea, Maractus. My reverse is a Seeking, and my rare is a Hollow Boltund.
All right.
So at least it's
Not
a hollow.
bad.
Yep, at least it's a hollow.
At least it's a hollow. Well, there's 2 hollow Boltons in Sword and Shield. Which one is it? Is the one that has the GX attack?
No GX, no.
Like its second attack says like does more damage if it's a GX?
No,
Or a
it
V
says
card,
during your
something
next
like that.
turn, this Pokemon can attack Electro Dash for 160, 2 lightning, 1 colorless.
Okay. All right. Well, I also get a white code.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. I've got a Fighting Energy, a Bead, Raboot, Rare Candy, Yamper, Garuki, Cufant, Baltoy, Chinchou, a Reverse Hollow Cinderace, and my hollow is a Sandaconda. Sand Sack. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks.
It's a hollow, though?
All right. It's a hollow.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, it's better than not getting a hollow.
Better than nothing.
But that's pretty much going to do it, man. That was a show. Thanks to everyone that stuck around, watched the episode with us, or just listened to our banter. You can email us, info@gottawatchemall.com. You can leave us a voicemail, text, or picture at 732-835-8639. Check out our website, gottawatchemall.com. Check out the network's website, PokemonProfessor.com. Connect with us on social. We'd love to hear from you. Adam, you got anything else?
No, just get hyped for Rebel Clash. I'm super excited.
Yep, 2 weeks.
Oh, and Happy Easter.
Yes,
I know
Happy
this is coming
Easter.
out after
If you
Easter,
celebrate
but
Easter, Happy Easter. That's
Easter's
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, I think that's going to do it. And just remember, trainers, can't be out there catching them all. Hang out with us and watch them all. We'll see you next week.